Hello children, welcome to the class once again. So after studying about the differences between atrium and ventricles, arteries and veins, we'll come to know heart. What is the mechanism of functioning? It is also called as a cardiac cycle. It is called a cardiac cycle. So what happens? So again, heart is a muscular organ made up of cardiac muscles, and it is a pumping organ. It receives blood from all body parts and it pumps blood to all body parts. And so how it receives? The veins bring blood from all body parts, that is superior vena cava, inferior vena cava from all body parts, pulmonary vein from the lungs. So they enter, they get the blood right auricle and left auricle, and the blood from auricles goes to the ventricle. And so when the heart is the muscular organ, it always contracts and relaxes. So when it contracts, it pumps the blood. When it relaxes, the blood is obtained from all body parts. So that is the way. So the contraction phase of heart chambers is called systole. The relaxation stage of heart chambers is called diastole. So systole is contraction phase of heart chambers. Diastole is relaxation phase of heart chambers. So relaxed stage. So systole. So one systole, one diastole makes one heartbeat. So one heartbeat takes 0.8 seconds. One heartbeat, that means one systole, one diastole makes one heartbeat. So one heartbeat means it takes 0.8 seconds. So in a normal healthy human being, the heart beats about 72 times per minute. 70 to 72 times per minute. It is normal rate of heartbeat. And I have already told you blood pressure. So when the heart chambers contract, pressure is exerted on the walls of the arteries. During systolic condition, that means when the heart chambers contract, the blood forcefully enters into the arteries. So that is why it will be more 120. That is, it is measured in a mercury levels. Hg, mercury levels 120. And diastolic pressure means 80, means relaxed condition. The pressure is comparatively less. So 120 is, that means a question may be asked, what is the normal healthy, what is the normal blood pressure in a healthy human being? Means 120 by 80. What does it indicate? Means 120 indicates systolic pressure, 80 indicates diastolic pressure. Okay, and now let us see what is cardiac cycle, how the heart gets blood and how it pumps the blood. So in the form of a cycle, that is why it is called cardiac cycle. So a cardiac cycle includes 3 steps: auricular systole, ventricular systole and ventricular diastole. So auricular systole means, I have already told you, contraction phase. So contraction phase means auricles will contract. That means auricles or atria, both are same. Auricles are receiving blood from superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, right auricle, and pulmonary vein to the left auricle. So the auricles are filled with blood. They will contract. When they contract, the blood forcefully enters into the right auricle to right ventricle, left auricle to left ventricle. That is called auricular systole. And the next one is ventricular systole. When the ventricles receive the blood, they will contract. When the ventricles contract, what happens? The blood from right ventricle enters into pulmonary artery and goes to the lungs. And the aorta from left ventricle arises and it goes to all body parts. That is called ventricular systole. Next thing, when the ventricles are in the contraction stage, the auricles begin to relax. And the next, ventricular diastole. Ventricles will relax. That means they will expand. Contraction and expansion. Systole means contraction stage. Diastole means relaxation. That means expand. So And again the auricles receive blood from body parts. Blood flows into ventricles, and from the ventricles the blood flows. Auricular systole, ventricular systole. And so when the ventricular systole is taking place, auricles begin to relax, expand. And next, ventricular diastole. After pumping the blood, the ventricles will relax, expand. So that is ventricular diastole. So this is how 3 steps: auricular systole, ventricular systole, that is contraction phase, ventricular diastole. Ventricular diastole means the ventricles will begin to expand at the ventricles. That means that is the final stage. Ventricular systole, at this time the auricles begin to expand. So that is how the circulation will take place. The cardiac cycle. So, and again pulse rate. What is pulse rate? If we go to the doctor will get hold of the hand and he will check the pulse. So heartbeat and pulse rate both are equal. So pulse rate indicates heartbeat. So that means 70 to 72 times per minute. So that is about cardiac cycle, how the blood is circulated. And this is very quite interesting, and if you get acquainted with the technical terms, it will be very easy. And you have to remember all these names. What is blood pressure? What is sphygmomanometer? What is systole, diastole? Don't get confused. Systole means contraction phase. Diastole means expansion, relaxation phase. And 120 means systolic pressure. Pressure exerted during systole stage. And diastolic pressure means pressure exerted during expanded condition. Okay, auricular systole, ventricular systole, ventricular diastole. And finally we can say heartbeat is always equal to the pulse rate. Okay, that is the mechanism of functioning of human heart. Is it clear? Hope you have understood. If you have any doubt, and you can express your doubts.